Hi, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Kristýna.
And this is our podcast, Let's Shoot a Fact. Hello.
Hello.
We're back with another episode, and today we're going to talk about concerts.
Yes,
just because a couple of weeks ago we started talking about concerts and we just couldn't stop, so we figured why not turn it into a whole episode because we're obsessed with them. And today is also our first time recording the podcast.
Yes, hello.
Well, no, filming the podcast.
Oh, true.
Recording the podcast with video because we thought we might start posting it on YouTube too. And also so we can post clips on TikTok, on Instagram.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes because it's our first time. I'm kind of nervous because I don't know.
It's stressing me out a bit.
Right. But we're going to try to forget about it. Just focus on our recording as always and hope that the video is working.
Yeah. Because it'd be nice. Then we could use like our favorite snippets of it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But yeah, just as a disclaimer. And as always, let's talk about this past week. Kristýna doesn't have her phone, as she already told me, so I will.
So the pressure's on Lauren because I usually look into my calendar. But I mean,
we recorded on Saturday. Then I went and I got bagels, which is nothing new. Great as always.
Yeah.
We went to a bookstore too. I got ice cream, which is very exciting.
I remember
I've been wanting it for a while.
I think you messaged me.
I think I mentioned it
on Be Real.
On Be Real.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. So that was like my special thing of the weekend. I don't think I did much on Sunday. No, on Sunday, this was very exciting for me. I did pretty much everything that I could do for my week of work. So like I prepared everything because I was so stressed about the week because we had a lot of quite like full days. And it was stressing me out so much. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit down and there's certain tasks that I have to do like on the day of. But I just tried to get as much done as possible, and it was a great feeling. So that's what I did on Sunday.
Amazing. I can't remember. Ooh, I know. On Saturday, I didn't talk about it in the last episode, right?
You were right
I went for a run, and I was so excited because I have the school run event.
She has a marathon coming up.
It's not a marathon, but I signed up for a 5-kilometer run because we need a credit.
Because she was forced into it.
Kind of. But I also wanted to like try something new, and like get out of my comfort zone again because there's going to be like a bunch of random people. I'm going to have to wear like the number on my chest, which I'm not excited about. And I have to go pick it up. I also don't know when and where. I have to research that because it's getting really close. It was so much ahead and so far away. And I was like, I'm going to train, the whole first semester, the second, not train, but like, go for
runs. At least go running.
Exactly. Because last year I did go, I think, during the first semester a lot. And then during the second, I was dying because I had allergies and I didn't know or I didn't have the medication. And then last semester, somehow I didn't get to do it at all either. I don't know why. And now I finally went for a run and it was great. And I thought I would only run for maybe like 30 minutes tops because I would be really, really tired and also just like out of it. And then I ran for almost an hour. I mean, the first 10 minutes was kind of hell, but then the body like clicked in and like remembered that we used to do it, and it was amazing. Honestly, the feeling after was great.
Yeah.
So I was really excited.
I've heard that. I've never experienced it myself, but I've heard that. And anything special on Sunday or?
I don't remember. I always forget what I do on the weekends. I feel like
I feel like you also just like getting stuff done.
But what stuff?
Excuse me.
I don't know. I feel like I spent the weekend by
yes.
By like relaxing, I think, or like in the sense of like getting things done that I needed to do. Was I editing the Tenerife vlog?
Oh,
I was, right?
You were. That's true.
I think I was editing the Tenerife vlog because I wanted to finally get it done and post it because I was worried that the more time I wait, the less time I will have to do it then. And I was just so excited because I wanted to, I mean, quote unquote, like take it to another level and do it in a different way than other times. And I just love the video. And I love that I have them for the future.
It's super nice.
So I think I was mainly focused on that. I think I went for a walk on Sunday.
You baked something.
Oh, I baked the vegan brownies. That's true. Gosh, my memory is so bad.
It's okay. It's been a while. Yeah.
But then during the weekend, nothing special happened, right? But I feel like this week, I mean, honestly, almost all of the weeks go by pretty fast because Monday through Wednesday, we only have the one class. Mm-hmm. And then we get through Thursdays.
Thursday goes crazy.
But
we always, like, at that point, it's almost already done. So, like.
Yeah. And this week, it was fun because we went to film for our TV class.
Mm-hmm. In the morning.
Yeah. Oh, true. We went. Yeah. Thursday was crazy.
Thursday was insane.
We woke up in the morning. We took the train to go to another station. Yeah, where we went to film.
Then we interview at 9:30.
Yeah. And then we thought we would just stay there, eat lunch, and then have classes. But in the end, we finished pretty early. So we got on the train back, which was amazing because the trains were there like right when we came to the station, which...
Yeah, we haven't experienced this in a while. I think we complained about it in the last episode.
True. Yeah, this time was good. And then we just hung out at home for a little bit. I ate lunch. And then we went to the classes. Oh, the first one was terrifying because the design thingy is just in general, it's a roller coaster of emotions during that class. But then we have our favorite spreadsheet online class, which you can see snippets on TikTok if you want to.
We bought Birdie tickets, concert tickets finally during that class.
And another thing, you know what? I realized I don't think you ever mentioned that you're going to Australia for the...
Oh, well,
like Erasmus,
guys,
because we
I'm
have
going
news.
to Australia.
She's known for a while, but I got the news this week, right?
She got it. We should mention this, okay?
No.
Just to like drag the organization for a bit. They told everybody that they would get the results sometime, like the country they were like accepted into, sometime in February, which
it said it on the website.
Maybe they forgot that it had 28 days in their defense. Maybe they forgot.
No defense, because for the non-European one, they literally had the exact date.
Yeah.
And
then we got it on the exact date.
And here they just said, sometimes in February.
The first day of March.
But there was another thing because I was really mad because I wanted to buy my flight home for June to have it done with because I have to do it so many times a year and it's just so stressful. It always somehow, like, because I not wait until the end, but I always wait, because the prices change. And then I'm really stressed out about it because it's like a week ahead when I'm supposed to be in Spain or back home. And like, I'm like, I don't have a flight.
Yeah.
But there was another thing because we're going to move next year. We're going to live in another apartment. And so I need to figure out what to do with my things. And I'm going to take some home. And there was another thing, which is that I might have gone for Erasmus for a year if I went to Italy. So I needed to know these things before I book my flight.
It is kind of nice to know which country you're going to be in,
Yes. And for how long.
Exactly.
And so I was waiting for that. And I finally settled on like a flight home that I'm going to take. Because I couldn't take a direct one because it's too expensive. And I decided on that.
Everybody wants to go to Prague, apparently.
Apparently, it's the destination. And so I was ready, to book that flight. But I wanted to wait so I know how many suitcases I have to buy. Mm-hmm. And literally the price for that flight was stable for like a month. And then it was the end of February. There were no Erasmus results. And then you told me that your friend told you that they're going to give it to us like in the first 15 days of March. Which was like,
somebody
great.
sent them an email being like, where the hell are the results? And they were like, well, within the first 15 days of March.
And so I was like, oh gosh, this is amazing. I'm going to have to wait again. And then I think it was later that day or the next day, right? They give us the results. So I went to check the flight. And of course, it got expensive.
It doubled, right?
Tripled. And these things piss me off. But the good news is that we both are going somewhere. Hopefully, we'll see if it works out in there because I've heard
if
stories.
we don't mess up the paperwork.
But yeah, I'm going to Belgium and you're going to Australia.
Sydney, yes. And you Antwerp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to pronounce that name in English.
Me neither.
But yeah, exciting. We'll keep you updated. And another thing, Thursday was like, I hated that day. I was annoyed about it. No, beforehand.
Oh,
and then it just turned into this great day because we did the interview in the morning, as you said, and then we went back in the evening during our actual like TV class that we were doing the assignment for to film some more stuff. And everybody was just being so nice. Like, we went to this one shop to film, and he was just like, yeah, do whatever. I can do the interview. Like, do whatever. Everybody was so nice. And then we went back to the place where we did the first interview at, which is like an organization that's part of the... Oh, I never know this word in English.
I don't know either. Like the neighborhood or
the city
something.
Council, I guess.
Something like
that. And we were just filming in front of it because we wanted to get like the beginning of our news program, which is what we were working on. And suddenly this guy, I still don't know what this guy's role was, comes out and he's
That's
like,
true.
were you the people that were doing an interview with this and this guy? Like in the morning, we were like, yes. He was like, do you want to come film inside? They just gave us this whole office space to film in. And he came in with like more like material that we could use to film. They gave us these little booklets and pens. They were like, do you need anything else? And he was like, if you want like an interview with the president of the like city, basically the mayoress. The mayoress.
Is that a word though, or did I make it up?
You know what? Fallen asleep.
I think I have the word from Ginny and Georgia. Actually, I just remembered. I think from you didn't watch the second, right? But I don't even think it's like the woman role of mayor. I think she made that word up because it was her husband or fiance, something like that, who was the mayor. And she was working there too, and she invented the word mayoress for, I think. So maybe that's why I have it in my head constantly.
I've never heard it. So maybe it's just mayor. And they were so nice, and it just made me so happy. We were all there like, really what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Because it was just for a school project.
Yeah, it wasn't even going to be published anywhere.
We aren't, like, none of us were from here.
No.
So it just made me so happy. So it turned out into a great day.
It's really nice to be treated nicely.
It is, you know?
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, we came late. We borrowed the microphone from the university because the rest of the equipment, we had our own, but we needed the big mic to do the entry. And we came like 30 minutes late, and I felt so bad.
To bring it back.
Because the professor had to wait up for us, and it was already like we arrived at 8 in the evening, and he had to wait 30 minutes for us.
But we just got so like overwhelmed by everything that was happening. And so none of us thought about it.
Yeah.
Nice day.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, and yesterday we had like a nice little movie night type of thingy for the premiere of Daisy Jones and the Six, which we will further talk about later. Well, we actually want to do a whole episode on it.
Yeah.
So we can't really talk about it much now. But it was a lot of fun. We baked like the muffins that we baked in our vegan cooking class. I think that's what we did, honestly.
Yeah, yesterday was weird though, because I wanted to do so many things, but not necessarily, like I did like small tasks that could be completed. But for example, I had research internships on my list.
And I didn't send the email either.
I didn't even get to that point, and I don't know why.
I went by really fast. All of a sudden, it was freaking 5 o'clock.
Right?
And I was like,
you know what? When the landlord came home yesterday, I was like, oh, why is he home so early? And it was 5 in the evening. I was like, what?
I was like, wow, he left work early. And then I looked at the clock. I was like, no,
somehow it just went by really, really fast. And I can't even tell you what I did. I know I watched a couple of master classes because I want to finish that one course so I can move on to another one.
I mean, I was working, but I didn't get enough work done considering the hours that I spent working.
Right?
So like, what the hell? I don't know. It was a weird day.
Yeah. I think I was also editing the TikTok and like some reels. I don't know. It went by really fast.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our week.
Mm-hmm.
Chaotic, but nice.
Okay. For the main part of this episode, we've decided to talk about concerts, as Lauren said in the beginning. I forgot you already said it.
No, it's a great introduction.
Because I think I came up with it, or we came up with it when we were at the concert of Codaline or James Bay.
That long ago.
Yeah, it was, yeah, I think it was,
Possibly,
yeah, last semester. Because we, it's going to be like 2 years since I went crazy with concerts. Or a year.
A year. You went crazy last summer.
True. We started it off with the Neil Moliner concert.
And then you just went all in all summer.
True.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a year since I went crazy.
Important anniversary.
And we were on this concert. We were talking about how, or like what music means to us and how we love concerts and kind of like the evolution of like what we thought about it and how we thought about it. And we were like, yes, let's do an episode. So here we are.
It's also a chance to brag about all of the concerts.
Possibly. You know what? I had notes for this episode probably.
Do you want to get them?
I can't.
Oh, true. Well, we'll wing it.
We'll wing it.
So, what was the first concert you went to? Like, when did you start going to concerts?
I think my first like proper big concert was the Ed Sheeran one.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
Or the Lewis Capaldi one. I can't remember which one was first. But the Lewis Capaldi one was really small because he wasn't that famous back then yet. I don't know, one of these two. But before that, like, we used to go to maybe, like, festivals with my mom and my sisters, but, like, with Czech artists, like, nothing crazy. I don't necessarily consider, like, concerts, like, the vibe that, like, the bigger ones have. So I think these two. And back then, I wasn't even, like, that much into it, I guess. I don't know. What about you?
I'm like, how did you... How old were you?
15, 16, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, with me it was similar. I think I was like maybe 14.
You know why? 14. I think also because I literally just keep remembering concerts like I wanted to go to, which was, for example, Alvaro Soler, NF, Regenbone Man. I don't know how to pronounce that, but just like this. And a lot of these, but like back then, obviously, I didn't make a lot of money.
Exactly.
It was just like babysitting maybe a little bit because, I don't know, I was 13, 14, 15. And so I couldn't necessarily afford these big concerts. And also, I think even a bigger thing is that back then, not that many artists were coming to Prague.
Yeah, because I used to go to like maybe one concert a year or two concerts, like proper, like bigger concerts a year, because it would take all my money. Yeah. Especially because I would have to go to Zurich from my hometown, which is like a 2-hour train ride, but costs a lot of money. Yeah. Like it would cost me the concert ticket, the amount of the concert ticket to get there. So that was like 140 maybe that I was spending on this concert. And I was 15. Like I didn't have, like I was babysitting. That was my money, you know?
Exactly.
So I would go to like 1 or 2 concerts. And my first one was the 5 Seconds of Summer one, I think. I think their first like solo tour was probably my first concert. And I just remember like I was excited about it, but I don't think I knew like how amazing it would be. And I just remember after that, I was like, I need to go to every single concert there is. But also, as you said, I feel like now as soon as I left Switzerland, everybody started going to Switzerland. But I swear, when I was like a teenager, like late middle school, early high school, people didn't used to go to Switzerland. I swear.
Yeah. I feel like to Prague, just like these
the biggest
artists, like Rihanna, I feel like she was
and then
there.
you could barely afford to.
Exactly. And also, I don't know, it's just like at that age, I didn't think about it too much. I couldn't imagine, I guess, going to a concert of Rihanna when I was 14, because also, I think at that age, an adult has to go with you, or no?
That's a good question.
Or
I
maybe
feel like a lot of them might be under 16 and an adult has to come with you.
Or if this is not a rule, maybe like my parents wouldn't let me, because it's in the evening and there's a lot of people,
The thing is, when I was like 14, like some parent, at least like my parent or a friend's parent, would just come because we had to travel through half of Switzerland and come back at like 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know what the rule was of the venue or of the artist, but there was always a parent there.
Exactly. And I can imagine my dad or my mom coming to this kind of concert, because I probably don't know any songs and stuff like that. So I think that's why I didn't used to go. But then once I tasted it.
I just remembered one time we went to a concert. I can't remember which concert it was. Oh, I think it might have been Harry Styles. And a friend's mom, she came with us, but she didn't have tickets. So she just came with us and then spent the day like in, I think that was in Basel. And somehow she was like standing in front of the venue. Like we went in and she came with us to the venue and we went in. And she managed to buy some ticket from like those people that sell like last minute tickets in front of the venue. Super cheap. Amazing seat. She somehow got into that freaking venue. Had way better seats than us in the end. I don't know how she did that without getting scammed, because sometimes those people just sell like, overpriced tickets that don't even exist. But yeah, she came with us, but in the end she didn't go into the venue, and then she had amazing seats to freaking Harry Styles.
God. Ooh, also Billie Eilish. I wanted to go to Billie Eilish too. But I actually tried to buy tickets to her concert, but it was impossible, because I was ready for like the time they start selling it. And I wasn't even like, I didn't have any experience with it, but I supposed this was going to happen because like she was getting popular. Like it was even a small venue back then, but we talked about her like in class, like people my age. So I knew people know her. But my mom, I remember we were in some kind of like family vacation holiday or something. And I was like, Mom, I need to be ready like at that time. I have to have internet because we were at some like cottage or something. And she's like, but it's fine. Like, And so I was kind of doubting if that's going to happen. But then I was ready. And then literally it was sold out in like 15 seconds.
Oh my God.
It was insane.
That happened to me with Shawn Mendes. We were like in our vacation house, like in the middle of nowhere. We don't have Wi-Fi there. So I got like hotspot from my mom. I was like, okay, I need to be ready. I did not stand a chance. I was in a line with like 40,000 people. And then by the time I was somewhere near the front, they were all gone.
Exactly.
And also the one that I will forever regret not going is Sam Smith. The maybe 2018 tour. Because that album of his, the one that has like Pray on it, and like that one is like probably my favorite album of his, and that was the album that he was touring at the time. But I remember, I don't think there was a single ticket under 100, and it was in between his concert and some other person's concert, and I was like, well, I can go to both, and this one is way more expensive, so I went to the other one. But every single day of my life, I regret that, because that album, that tour must have been amazing.
Yeah.
What is your favorite concert? I know it's difficult. You can do like you can say like, this was my favorite concert because of production. This was my favorite concert because of music.
I would say for some reason, and I still don't understand why, but I went to the Yungblud concert last June.
This is something that you've been trying to figure out.
Right?
Why did I love that concert so much?
No, I think the thing is, like I went there and I didn't used to listen to him as much. I knew a couple of his songs by
just because you do.
Exactly. But my friend really wanted to go, And so I was like, sure, let's go. And she even, I think she gifted it to me as like a birthday present.
So then you go.
Exactly.
No questions asked.
So we went and I enjoyed it. The thing is, the type of people that were there were a little scary to me. So I also, like last year I had a lot of anxiety. And so when we came there and I started, like I saw that they wanted to do mosh pit. Yeah. I was like, no, please, let's just leave. So we just, no, we went in the back,
Let's
like
just
we
have
wasn't.
a nice time.
But I enjoyed the concert a lot. And then we changed places to go on some kind of like kind of balcony where there weren't almost any people and we could still see, and it was great. And then I fell in love with him, like extremely. I listened to him all day, every day. And like when I was thinking back to that concert, like it made me so happy, and I wish I could go to his concert like again now, knowing all of his songs, all the lyrics, and like now, like loving him so much. So I think like I think it even like sparked the love for concerts in general. But then I loved the production of the Codaline concert. Remember?
Oh my God.
That was beautiful.
That was something else.
The Amanda Tenfjord.
Yeah.
Her production was great. So I don't know. I love all of them.
Yeah.
You have a favorite one?
For like different reasons. The 1975 one was amazing because of the production. I mean, that was just like they transported you into like a different world. It was so simple, but like, with like the stage setup and the lights, but they did so much with it. So it was amazing. So definitely that for that. Then the One Direction one, I feel like one, because it was a surprise. Because we didn't know we were going there. We were just in San Diego, and my friend's parents and my mom had like organized it. And we figured it out like a little too early. Like their plan was to literally just drive us there, like be like, oh, we're going for dinner, and then all of a sudden we're at the venue. We figured it out a little bit early, but that was amazing because first of all, surprise. Second of all, it was a huge, like this was, US. Like we don't have this stuff in Switzerland. It was 70,000 people.
Oh my God.
And like an open venue with like no roof. We had horrible seats. We were like the third to last row, but there was just, and like One Direction fans are crazy, So the energy and 70,000 people just being so excited was insane. Like I don't think I've ever felt that with any other concert. So that for like the crowd and everything, they were like 2 hours late, and I will never forgive them for that. But
I always like whenever you say that, I always remember their movie, and how they're just driving around in golf carts and running away from the producers. Probably.
And it was also without Zayn, which was a little sad. But yeah, and then the Codaline, I will never I loved that concert so much. And I had no expectations. That's been happening to me a lot lately because I feel like only within the past year, like only with you maybe, have I started going to concerts of people that I'm not I don't know super well or know a couple of songs, and they're kind of smaller artists, so in smaller venues. Like, I feel like we've gone to a lot of those concerts, and those have just every single time surprised me so much.
Yeah.
And then you do that thing where you liked them before, but afterwards you love them.
Exactly.
And listening to the music reminds you of this concert and how happy you were. So
but why do you love concerts? Like, what is the thing behind it that will wants you make to go whatever concert it is?
I think for me, it's changed a little bit. I think in high school, I was having a really hard time for multiple reasons that we don't need to get into.
We will in another episode.
True. The time will come. I was having a really hard time. And so for me at that time, it was kind of like an escape from reality. And it was just one thing that I had planned that I could look forward to. Like a trip or something, where you're like, okay, I need to get through 3 more weeks. And then I have this concert plan. And then being there, you would just forget everything, I don't think you're at a concert thinking about, oh my God, I have this stressful event coming up in 2 weeks. No, you don't think about that. When you get home on the train, it all like comes back to you. But in the moment, you don't think about that. So for me at that time, I think it was kind of an escape. And now, I don't know, I also just love the sense of community.
Yeah.
Like everybody's there because they love music, because they love that artist. And everybody just wants to have a great time. And I love that whole feeling of when everybody's singing along and when everybody's dancing. I love that. I love music. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like it's just this unique feeling that you don't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Of like comfort and joy.
It just makes me so happy in that moment. And like you said, that it was kind of an escape for you in high school. For me, that was the Amanda Tenfjord concert because I didn't know I was gonna go because you asked me the morning or the night before.
I think
the morning.
Of.
And I was like, sure. At first, I wasn't sure because it wasn't in my plans. And whenever that happens, like, freak out.
You don't love that.
But in the end, I went, and it made me so happy because I knew some of her songs. And it just took me to another world. Because it was right in the beginning when I came here back to Spain, and I was really sad and really in a bad mood. And this concert just like lifted me up so much. And that's what all the concerts do.
No, 100%. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of artists, like, that's what they go for, They try to create this, like, space of just, like, blocking out all of the outside and just being there in the moment, and I love that.
It's it's really cool to, like, meet the artist in person because, like, for example, with Lewis Capaldi, I didn't know he has this crazy accent. I didn't understand a word in the first, like, 15 minutes. Then my brain was like, okay, we can do this. We do speak that language.
It is English.
It is English. With Tom Odell, he was kind of like a different person than I expected, maybe. He was really just, like, in his own
zone.
Yeah. And it was really cool to watch it because you can see when they perform, like, that's what they do, that's what they love. And they also made those songs when they were in some sort of, like, specific situation, and now they're performing and you can, like, see that they're, like, thinking of it. So that is another cool aspect.
Was a while because I think when I went to his concert, well, you probably too because you went a little bit earlier, but it was the same tour. Was when Another Love was going viral on pretty much every social media platform. Also in relation to the Ukraine war, I think. And I have never heard a crowd sing a song with so much, like, they were singing along to the other song, but that song was insane. Like, he didn't even have to sing, basically. Yeah. And that was amazing. No, but, like, one of my favorite concert moments is the moment the artist comes on stage and you're like, wow, they're real. Like, that second of just your brain not being able to comprehend that they are an actual human being and that they are in the same room as you is one of my favorite
That's true.
moments.
And then a different type of concert, which was the Ludovico Einaudi that we went to in September.
Yes, I believe.
Seems like such a long time ago. It's crazy.
It was.
And it was a concert of, like, not singing, and so not being able, like, to sing to those songs, and I enjoyed it in a different way because I love piano. And it was in this beautiful venue. We were, like, dressed up and we had horrible seats, but we made it work.
And we were late.
True.
We were running through the rain
because we couldn't find the proper entrance as well. But in the end,
one was
we
just, like,
made it work.
captivating.
Exactly. And also there was the element of surprise because he was there in the beginning by himself. He had these, like, visual effects that were really cool. And then these, what do you call them? Like a violin player.
Yeah,
and
like
then
some string players.
Yeah. Two of them, I think.
A drummer? Yeah, I think so.
Well, it was like
maybe
the
violin and bass.
Violin, bass, and then what you call
cello is what I meant to say.
Oh, yeah.
And what?
The set where you had a word for it. The guy that was standing on the sign doing some, he had this
Percussion?
table again.
Percussion?
I think so. I still don't know what that word means, but you used it for that concert a lot. So.
It's just like drums, like any sort of like rhythmic thingy.
But it wasn't like a proper drum set. It was like this electrical something. Yeah. And they just like appeared, and all of a sudden it took it to...
And he was so nice.
I know. It was so cute. And then I just like sat down in the chair. So in the end, it didn't even matter that we didn't see like the whole time.
Yeah.
And I sat in my chair. I closed my eyes and I just absorbed the piano and the music.
It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I love music in general. I listen to like different type of music according to my mood. I listen to music constantly, basically.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Either music or podcast.
Yeah.
There's no silence in my life, which is probably problematic, but it's okay. Do you have like a moment where you went to see, no, never mind. I still asked the question. Where you went to see somebody and you were blown away by like their vocals, where you're like, oh wow, they can actually sing, or they maybe sang even better than on the album.
I mean, to be honest, I think the Amanda Tenfjord concert.
That's why I was like, well, it's probably that one.
I think, give me a second.
Because her performance in my eyes was like better than the album. Like
For
every
sure.
song was like better than on the album.
Yes, that's the thing. That's why I was like so glad that I didn't listen to her before, because I could just go and be blown away by her voice and how amazing it sounded live.
Yeah.
I remembered I wasn't as blown away by vocals, but when I went to the Ed Sheeran concert, I don't remember if it was the whole time. Probably not. Or I don't remember, but he had his guitar and he had this thing on the floor. I don't know what it's called. But you can basically like step on it, record something, stop recording it, and then it'll play like until you stop it, and you can add things to it. So he basically like created this bass for the song by himself, and then he sang and played the guitar during that. I can't remember if it was the whole time.
I feel like I heard people talk about that tour, and I feel like it was the whole time.
Right?
Because
I feel like it might
all
have
of
been.
the feedback I didn't go to that concert, but like coworkers did and everything, and they were like, it was just him, his guitar, and him filling this whole stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he always like created for each and every song, he created this bass, and then like with different, I think even different instruments, and then even different ways how he used them. For example, like he would take the guitar and he would like knock on it. And
that is impressive to me.
Yeah. Because I think he always says that he didn't used to like have a good voice.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
had some
I've heard
videos
that.
where he sings.
It's like, you were born talented, and he's like, no, I was not.
Yeah, exactly. He like learned, I guess, and also I think he didn't become famous because of his voice, but because of the words and like this songs specifically. Yeah.
Another concert that was beautiful in terms of production was the Shawn Mendes one. Not the one that I didn't get tickets to. The other one later on when I did. But because there they gave everybody like these bracelets.
Oh, true.
But
you
like
talked about
light
that.
up bracelets. So they would light up. I mean, you didn't control it. You just had it on your arm.
Oh, it lit up by itself.
Somebody in the technology part of the venue had control over them. So they would light up in different colors to like create like some sort of pattern, or they would light up in different rhythms, like super fast to the beat of the song, or like so there was like a flow through the entire stadium where they would light up at different places at different times. And that, because I had really bad seats for that concert, I was like at the very top. But I think that's what made that concert amazing for me, because I saw just this ocean of lights and it lighting up to the rhythm of the song, or in whatever way they constructed it to work, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Like, that was very well done.
Yeah. I love when they include the audience like this. And basically, I feel like technically, I mean, it's 50-50. 50% of the greatness is obviously the band or the artist, and the other 50% is the audience, and they just like create this together. And I remember the Neil Moliner where I think it was either in the middle or like close to the end, where all of a sudden, because he had all of these amazing musicians on the stage with him, and then all of a sudden they all disappeared and they started showing up at different places of the venue, like with the, what is it called? Like the light, the spotlight. And then he showed up in the middle where there was another drum set and he was playing, and the other artists were like singing a cappella. I was just shocked.
And that was an amazing crowd.
It was so cool.
That was an amazing crowd. No, that's true, because the Seafried concert that I went to, I was worried about that because it was at a super small venue, just like a club, and we walked in there and there was like nobody there. A couple more people came later on, but it was, I would say, maybe 30 people.
Like, but these are the best.
But those people, they knew every word to every song, and they sang along. This might as well have been a stadium. Like, it was wild, and you could see it was making them so happy because it was like their first time in Spain and everything. And that concert was amazing just because the audience was amazing.
Yeah. I love these like small concerts because you can be either, well, basically like close to the stage, see them from a good distance. Because, for example, when the Imagine Dragons, I was close. But, for example, the Ed Sheeran one, I was in the like second part. You know how it's always divided. I was in the like section B. Still, luckily, at least we were there early enough to be right by the fence. But even then, like, you just see screens and that person from very far away. I think that still wasn't the worst. But I think when I went to the Imagine Dragons and I was like trying to get to the A section, because it was very confusing. I was lost. And I was in the B section first, and I was walking through there, and there was even like a place like uphill. So I was like, the people that are not on the tiny hill are not going to see anything.
Yeah.
And you literally just see the big screens, which I was going to say before, that the concerts are not only about like seeing the artist. Like, it's so much more the audience, the production, the sound live, which is 99.9. I'm convinced that whatever concert I would go to, even a type of music that I don't like or don't listen to, I would be happy.
Yeah, same.
So it is about so much more, but like not being able to see like at all and be just like surrounded by this crowd of people. I don't, these huge concerts then like make this.
I mean, then you might as well just be at a club or something, no?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like with those type of concerts, it depends, like, it's all on the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, if the people around you are super hyped and, like, everybody is kind of singing along and dancing along, then I feel like you couldn't even be super far back and it can be amazing. But I feel like sometimes
I just
it
wouldn't
kind
pay
of
a lot of
dries
money
out towards
for like that part, because even the B section cost a good amount of money.
I mean, Ed Sheeran, you said?
This was the Imagine Dragons one. And I mean, it was like the outside huge space that these big concerts are at. The Ed Sheeran had it there too. But then even these sections are really expensive and you don't even see anything.
So where do you prefer to sit? Or do you be like, okay, do you like to be in the pit? Or do you like to be sat, back, side, where?
No, I don't think I would ever want to sit at a concert besides like the, for example, piano one.
Yeah. I mean, there I didn't even sit because I couldn't see anything.
Yeah. So I don't know why, because the seating, I guess the seats are expensive because it's seats and you can sit, but they're always so far away that you literally don't see anything. I mean, maybe it can be...
The side ones can be good.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes if you're at the side right by the stage, I feel like sometimes you see a lot more than the people in the pit. Like, if you're further back in the pit,
I think it might be cool to, like, see the crowd. Sometimes how they... Well, but then if you're in the back... Because sometimes you use, like, the lights and stuff, but if you're in the back, you don't see it.
That's what I was saying about the Shawn Mendes one. Like, in that case, I was glad that I was, like, far up because I could just see the ocean of the crowd.
Yeah.
But I feel like it depends on the type of person. Some people get stressed out when they're in the pit.
Yeah, my sister hates it, for example.
Yeah.
but
Like some of my friends don't like it. So I feel like in that case, you like to have like your assigned place. Nobody can take it from you because you paid them. Nobody will freaking elbow their way. It isn't great for like my anger issues to be in the pit. Sometimes some people annoy the hell out of me.
yeah, I had a little fight at the Ed Sheeran concert because I was, protecting my sister because she was stressed. But we were there first. Like we were by the fence. We were there like 2 or 3 hours ahead. And this woman was just trying to
some
get
people
in front
have
of me.
no manners. Like they
No.
think like it's a concert, like you can all means like Machiavelli freaking
And she was like pushing me away.
Justify the means.
And I was like, I confronted, I was like, woman, stop. Like we were here first and we've been standing here for hours. Like stop pushing me away. And she was, I don't even remember what she told me, but I was just like, shut up and get the fuck away from me.
No, honestly, that's the thing. So sometimes it is more relaxing to be at the States. Okay, do we want to wrap this up?
Sure.
With maybe like 3 artists that you would like to see in the future.
Okay, well.
Your top 3.
My top 3 right now, NF for sure. Then the Mero guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce that. And what's her name? Gracie Abrams.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, these are my top 3 right now, I think.
I'm forgetting one person. I'm forgetting their name.
I think the Noah Kahan you wanted to go.
Yes. Oh, okay. So my top 3. Oh, but I have more than...
You can say more.
Okay. Grace Abrams, 100%. She's not coming to Spain. We've already established this. Big mistake.
We're flying to Amsterdam to see her, baby.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Noah Kahan. Obsessed. Then this guy, Love. You write it Lauv.
Oh, yes.
I am obsessed with him. He hasn't released music in a while. But obsessed with him. Would love to see him. Taylor Swift. 100%. The Eras tour. The Eras tour. I am very worried because I think I'm going to be in Australia when she comes to Europe. And then I'm probably going to be in Europe when she goes to Australia.
Oh my God.
I would cry. And then, I missed, how many did I say already?
4.
Okay.
But you can say more.
Then Jeremy Zucker. Jeremy Zucker. Obsessed. Especially if he did a concert with, well, it's his ex-girlfriend now, so he's not going to do a concert with her. Let me just quickly see, because they did a whole EP together.
Oh.
And, I mean, I just loved them. Yeah, they did this whole, like, You Were Good to Me. Do you know these songs? With Chelsea Cutler. If they did a tour together, I would be freaking front row. I will send it to you.
But tell me.
Also, Måneskin.
Yeah, but you saw them, right?
I saw them. Oh, God.
But this was gonna be my question. Like, out of the people who you've already seen, you're like,
I
who
can't sit it straight anymore.
do I say just one? Just choose one. Which one would you love to see again? Yeah, I just one.
Oh, this is so
If you
difficult.
could pick, yeah, who would it be?
Do I have to pick?
You can do this. Come on.
Okay, maybe Måneskin, just because I saw them at a festival, and that's a very different type of set list than they do on their tour. And there's a lot of songs that I need to see them perform live, like Ventani, like all the freaking ballads. I need to see the ballads, and the ballads they didn't perform at a festival because they wanted to, party, and I wanted to cry. So maybe them, but also 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yes. Oh my God.
Also them.
But for some reason, I feel like these people I will never be able to see.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm worried they're gonna break up.
And
just putting it out there. Very worried.
Why don't we? The band. I want to see them too.
You've already seen them?
No, I want to see them.
Oh, I thought we were repeating.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah,
what about
my turn.
you?
I mean, if I have to be correct and honest, it would have to be the Yungblud one, because ever since I went to to his concert, I keep repeating that I just wish I could see him again. Yeah. But then I kind of have this backup of what is this? Oh my God. Alex.
Benjamin.
What is his?
Alex Benjamin.
Oh, yes. Alex Benjamin.
Him I would love to see too.
It was amazing. You know, and it was like this small, intimate concert, but it was so good. It was so good.
You know who else I would love to see? Ultimo. He's an Italian artist. He is going
I want to see
Milan.
everybody in the world.
Honestly, let's face it, we could continue on for forever.
Yeah, but now we have Lewis Capaldi next week and Birdie in 2 months.
And then Gracie Abrams in October.
I love that you're already having your plan.
I booked the flights.
Book club. You know what? I really don't have a lot to say.
But we changed it up a little bit. We're going to be adding a song.
Yes.
We're going to talk about shows/movies.
And then we're going to do a song of the week. Yes.
So,
you know what? We should do some talk about the book club and shows, blah, blah, blah. And then some song ding and then song of the week.
That's true. You know what we should also do?
What?
We should do a highlight. We should post a story with the books we talked about, the shows we mentioned, and the song of the week, and then add it to a highlight.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see how our brain works. So, book club first,
Sure.
and then song of the week. So, have you progressed?
To be honest, I don't think I read almost that all this week.
Yeah, I don't
just
read
know
a couple of pages too.
Literally 3 pages maybe.
So I don't want to be boring. I don't want to repeat the stuff. I'm still trying to get through that book. The same one, The Red House.
Do you understand more? Because you were confused?
I don't understand the whole story and point of the book. I think I'm kind of starting to see why the characters are the way they are and some of their backstory, but I can just puzzle it together still. But the thing is, I feel like this might be this author's way of writing, because I did read some reviews and they were saying that there's no crazy plot twist or anything. It is about the development of the characters. So I guess it's just maybe not my type of...
Well, then you're not gonna like normal people.
Really? But I loved the series.
You watched the series?
Yes, we've talked about it so many times.
Oh, okay. Well, then you might. But that has almost no plot. It is all character development.
Yeah, I mean,
but maybe there's fewer characters, so you won't be so confused.
Yeah, there's so many characters in this book. So, but I said, I don't want to be boring. I don't want to repeat it. So that's my take from this week on this book.
Shows. We watched Daisy Jones on the 6th, but we're going to do a whole episode.
Lauren.
Oh my God, we watched You. We finished all there is to finish right now.
I think last week we talked about that we watched the first one.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so we finished the episodes that are out, which is the first 5 ones.
Yeah.
5 ones? Is that? I don't
the first 5.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
I do have one thing to say about that show. It is that I quite like this new take that they chose for this
season.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because they could have just, I don't want to spoil anything, but they didn't just find, I'm going to spoil it a little bit. So if you haven't seen it, just jump forward. They don't just choose another woman for him to become obsessed with and then follow the same storyline that we had for the past couple of seasons, but they actually switch it up a little bit, which I think is very well done. Yeah. They don't change too much to the point where people who love the past seasons will be like, what the hell is this? I'm watching a different show, but enough to keep viewers interested.
Yeah.
So I'm liking that.
It's great. There is a lot of violence.
Half the time I have my hand in front of my eye. Me
too. But it's just so well done. The plot twists, the actors like Penn Badgley, we've talked about this, but his performance, he is a genius, because most of the time he acts with his face and his body,
and if I met him I would run.
Right? I would be so scared.
Yeah, I would be terrified.
But, have you noticed that he has been a lot on the Netflix Instagram account, like doing these random like videos, like quote unquote, like promoting you?
Oh, I did see that.
But it's hilarious. Like the last one I saw is just like him doing a weird dance move. Just I don't know.
I think he's trying so hard to be like, this is not me.
Yeah.
And
hilarious.
that show also does a really good, is also amazing at creating characters that you just hate.
Yes.
Which, well done.
Yeah. So we've really been enjoying this show. Like it's really, really, really good. And I'm excited to see the rest.
Yeah.
How it unfolds.
And now,
Song of the week. I have one. Oh, I don't have my phone. So I don't know the name of the artist. The song is Young Queens. Okay. Can you quickly just search it up so we can tell the people?
Yes, give me a second. My foot is falling asleep again. Young
Queens. And the photo of the song is like this woman with flowers.
So Young Queen.
Yes, maybe.
By Mimosa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm telling you, this was the most random discovery of the song. It was actually when we went out with Sarah last week and we were in the FNAC store.
Yeah. FNAC.
I don't know. I don't know. And I went up to get the girls because two of them were just hanging out there somewhere when we already left. And they were testing this weird headphones. And they have, this like where you can play a song so you can actually test it out. And this song was playing. And I fell in love with the song like 2 seconds in. And ever since then, I've listened to it at the end of my run last Saturday. And it just made me feel amazing. Amazing.
Huh. I don't think I know it.
I didn't know it. I don't think I even know the artist, but I just discovered it like this. And now it's my absolutely favorite song of the week. What about you?
I'm going to do like a loophole type of thing. Where I'm going to talk about an EP. Which is Kelsey Ballerini. Do you know her?
I don't think so.
She's a like country singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's kind of blown up because she did a song with Fletcher. I don't know. She's just blown up in the past couple of months, I feel like. And she put out an EP which is all about her divorce. And I cannot relate to this, but when I listen to the songs, I feel like I can. And it is just amazing. I think it's 4 songs, and I'm obsessed with every single one of them. I love it. Like, lyrically amazing. She did a whole, like, short movie, like, with all the 4 songs, which is really well done, too. And, yeah, check it out.
Tell me where you see the loophole in Song of the Week. No, I'm gonna let it slide.
I mean, I can give you like one song.
No, it's okay. I'm kidding.
Mountain with a View is probably my favorite off of the EP.
Because I'm probably also gonna come with an album one day.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the Gracie Abrams one, but
True,
I'm gonna keep it for next week. Maybe we'll see.
We'll see. The thing is, there's so much new music coming out.
So much new music right now. It's crazy.
It's difficult. Like, so much came out within the past week. Even just 2 weeks. TV shows too. This is quite stressful.
Yeah. But also amazing.
So please check out the songs.
Yes.
If you hate them, don't let us know.
But if you have some that you would recommend to us.
Oh yeah, please let us know.
Yes. You can message us on Instagram. And I don't know where. That's pretty much it. But also I wanted to say another thing. I mean, we have it kind of in the intro, but I wanted to ask people who are listening, if you like this podcast, oh my God, I'm spilling my water. Please, what is it? Rate it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
We're desperately trying to get people to rate it.
But you know what? I saw on Spotify that we got a couple new more.
Okay, that's good. Because we've even asked friends and they've just been like, I don't know how to do it. I can't do it.
It's really easy. I think you can just open up the app and
And give
seat
us-
somewhere there. So
I mean, however many
Please.
stars you want to give us.
Exactly.
You know, we're not
Be
forcing
honest.
you to do anything.
So yeah, and that's it for today.
Bye.
Bye. If you like this podcast and want to support us, share with your friends.
Follow our IG account at 2 Strangers 2 Friends or leave us a review giving us your thoughts on the podcast.
If you want to get in touch, all of our contact information is in the description.
We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening and see you next time.